How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your fur style. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Deadeye. Deadeye chosen. Pick a class. Sentinel. Sentinel. Sentinel chosen. Pick a class. Saboteur. Psyphreak. Commando. Deadeye. Deadeye chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads, choosing a path in life, but for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm
so glad you...
You can't contradict yourself like that.
Because...
But remember...
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world, and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Left can be right sometimes. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Slash and dash. You're in pain. emergency box from the once was. Rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress, blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. You should be able to use that. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Cutting edge. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given... There's no doubt you're the child, and that what... Had it not been... Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. You're such a... He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a magic. He claims it's just the force of life, the existence of energy, powering and connecting all things living, like the Nono. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You've found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. You'll need a net to catch. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with... Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree, from this day on, he'll make nurturing the... He says you'd better hurry back. He lost you there for a while. But no memory is allowed. The tree started. The genetic... His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the hoof puff at the end of the east route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. The Regardless, you'll... You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it. He's... Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that.
Ah, that's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spot.
You don't have to be...
Take it.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must... Out-of-Date says you will make... Regardless of who you choose, it won't be... The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs... Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. They've re-strewed this area, mudded up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. So, says they're cautious of wishing. Says they're cautious of non-allies. Says you'll meet again. Says they're cautious of non-allies. Has plenty to do, so no. Says they're cautious of non-allies. The Sifu's door is always open for new...
Zata is de muito tloho. Kariesne stace. Paro,
the Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni Fort. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages. Your Jagni says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes. And he wasn't sure. Their kin must put an end. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. Even if you see the world, once you seeing you brings back, he remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost, but we've got no time. It's Jagni's fort. It's Jagni's fort. Down is easy, up is the hard bit. The vendor says you can browse his goods any time during opening hours. Says you should take it easy. Shopkeeper claims you won't be able to find better goods anywhere else. Can sense you want to practice your skills at bartering. It's too costly. Seemed fair. Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but needs a logical reason to reveal the secret. Says it's hard to keep a secret from someone as smart as you. Might as well tell you where the place is, as you'll figure it out eventually. Says they don't have anything. Thinks you're... The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort. Says just because you've made time to meet the Sifu doesn't mean he... He knows things that you need to know. Wonders why the rival tribe has all their outposts left when you're out of time.
Zivot.
Says if you like to go out on...
El novazi ale dluhodo.
Says you should...
Orzekali.
He knows things that you need to know. Says you'll see each other later. He Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost, but we've got no time to be sentimental. Walk... Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. More than a flesh wound. The deep cut. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingle. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how. Why not? There's no better time to do what needs to be done than right now. He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? But you need Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun. The dedication. She'll see you at the village square. She'll be waiting for you. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working. It's your own future you're risking by not caring for the environment. The next generation will pay for the mistakes of the last. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says, you did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He's looking. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you. Then you've got... She wants you to grow up and start. You've. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He wants to know who you think you are. She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Sana yote. Sana yote. Sana yotutupu.
Here's someone close to heart. He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He wishes that was. He said. He's curious to see what you found.
Ja.
He says whatever it is.
Badayan analove.
The style might be too edgy.
Ja,
you should.
Badja analog.
He Your Muma says it's about time you got here. Hopes you're. Your Muma says you did well today. She's. That's all. She?
Kuri kumbala mua.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus.
Urasa durut. Anora kapapum.
It's called an automaton.
Dropalu.
Se-
Dropalu.
Your Muma says you look tired.
Antoro.
Rest and you'll... Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Antoro. Can see. Come
Your
on.
Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Kanoruta.
Your Muma...
Asil natu.
Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.
The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet.
They couldn't keep it down. Fluff Hulk's on the loose. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff Hulk's on the loose.
The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk.
They couldn't keep it down. Fluff Hulk's on the loose. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff Hulk's on the loose. They've received news a Ronin joined the tribe's ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. You should... Look, an emergency box from the old days. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they caused was the end of days for their world. But for us, it was simply a beginning. There's a change in the air. Feels like daybreak. Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they caused was the end of days for their world. But for us, it was simply a beginning. Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the